So first ones, we could see things like inflammation. Now, of course, inflammation can be due to many different things, right? Even like diabetes can cause inflammation in the body. We can see things like an injury can cause inflammation, cardiovascular disease, poor quality diet can cause inflammation. Of course, there could be other barriers or other arrows to the specific situation, but when you have inflammation, it's going to create an environment that is not a happy place. And when you create that environment, the immune system oftentimes can start to attack things or tissues that it's no longer supposed to attack. I mean, think about this. Is the immune system supposed to attack your body? Of course not. It's supposed to attack infection patterns like bacterial infections or viruses or fungus or yeast or parasites or environmental factors, whatever else is going on in there that's coming into your body that does not belong there. The immune system is supposed to go in there, address it, attack it, destroy it. And so now your body is not under a vulnerability anymore and you don't get sick or whatever else you want to do. So inflammation can be one of those things that's going on. I just gave you another one in there, infection, right? You could have a viral infection, right? A common one we see here is Epstein-Barr virus or HPV or those types of viruses that we get. Now, many people don't realize that viruses typically never go away in the body. The immune system has to keep them at bay. So they can, and if we have an inflammatory situation and the immune system gets suppressed, these viruses can bump up and boom, the immune system gets aggravated, starts attacking the tissues of the body. So that's important because anytime we have these types of scenarios going on, what's going to happen is the immune system is not only going to address the problem, but at the same time it's going to attack the body. So if you constantly keep the gas on the fire, if you will, you're going to constantly have these attacks, which is why so many people continue to feel terrible throughout the years. So infection can be one of those things. We could see blood sugar issues. Now, I'm not just referring to diabetes, if a person has diabetes, and what we do see is individuals who have diabetes are really vulnerable to this type of condition, meaning can increase the risk of autoimmune disease like Hashimoto's, or vice versa. The autoimmune condition can increase the risk of blood sugar because they feed off each other. So if the blood sugars start to spike consistently, or if you're eating poor quality foods that constantly spike blood sugars, that can impact the immune system to attack the body and continue to address this autoimmune component there. We can see things like biotoxin, right? Now, biotoxins, if you're not familiar with those, make sure you look at one of my other videos because I went a little deeper into this scenario. But biotoxins can be mold exposures or Marcons or Lyme disease. These types of underlying living organisms can get into our body, start expelling toxins, which of course is going to create a massive hysteria of immune responses, but it can continue to happen over and over and over and over. And in many situations, many health practitioners, even in the functional health field, are not testing or analyzing for these things, or they're not addressing these things, which can really leave a person with autoimmune disease getting worse and worse and worse throughout the years. We could see things like heavy metal toxicity, right? So we can see things like heavy metal toxicity where maybe you've been exposed to some metals, maybe it happened as a child, or maybe your detoxification system inside your body is not working effectively. And when you're eating fish, you're getting bombarded with mercury and you don't know that load is increasing inside your body because you haven't been analyzed. I see this all the time. And it's interesting because there's so many people that think, oh, it can't happen to me, or that's not my problem. It is, and we can see the data because we can test for it. We can see things like food sensitivities. So food sensitivities is a very common thing because when the immune system is not functioning optimally, what starts to happen is it starts attacking other areas. So that's a vulnerability. If you have one autoimmune, your risk of developing other autoimmunes is highly increased. And also on top of that, it can start attacking food, right? So you could be eating healthy food, apples, oranges, turkey, fish, nuts and seeds, vegetables, and it starts attacking these foods, not because those foods are bad for you. It's because the immune system is sick and it doesn't know the difference between good food and bad food. And so every single time you eat these foods, you just keep getting worse and worse, and you're driving that immune system to attack your body every single time. As you get these food sensitivities, you can lead to things like leaky gut disease, right? So leaky gut, which will start to create microscopic holes inside the lining of the gut, where you start to have these problems inside the gut going out, like undigested food particles are called macromolecules or other infection patterns, and it starts to get into the bloodstream. And what's in the bloodstream? Your immune system. So next thing you know, you're attacking that, and then next thing you know, you start attacking your body as well. I talked about poor detoxification, poor detox. If you can't detox appropriately, what happens? Then your body can't get rid of it. So where does it go? Right back into the body. And you just create this vicious cycle over and over and over and over again. We know adrenal dysfunction, like elevated cortisol, those sort of things can start to boost the immune reaction inside the body. This is just a short list, a very short list. There are hundreds of other reasons how this can happen. What I'm trying to tell you about is that there are so many underlying problems, dysfunctional issues that are going on that is contributing to your immune system attacking your body. It does not matter what autoimmune you're dealing with. We're talking today about Hashimotos, because this is one of the most common things that I see in my practice in regards to thyroid conditions, because we work with thyroid patients that we're dealing with. But it could be lupus, it could be rheumatoid arthritis, it could be MS, it could be celiac, it could be so many things that are going on. Think of whatever underlying autoimmune, these things are all going to be happening under the surface that is contributing to that person's immune system attacking and destroying their body. So you have a couple of options, right? You can continue on the same path, taking your thyroid hormone and not getting any better, constantly going up and constantly going down, and you still feel sick, and you're taking multiple medications. Or you can look outside the box and find a practitioner who can help you with these things to unravel, or I refer to as discovering, what are your underlying mechanisms? What are your underlying triggers to causing the immune attacks inside your body? All right, so I know this is a little bit longer than a typical video I do, but I think it's very valuable that you get this information. Hopefully you feel the same way, that the content is valuable, that you were able to get something out of this today and start to move yourself on the right path to regaining your health, like we've done with so many patients in our practice over the years. So if this is intriguing to you and you felt that it was good content, please like this video, like our page, so you can make sure you get the updates as I do these videos. I try to do them on a weekly basis to give you more of that content and data in regards to what we do, and really what I believe, my biased opinion, true health is really all about. Because we all have an ability to heal. We all have the ability to allow our body to function at an optimal level, but unfortunately most of us are just living in an environment that you don't have the ability to do that. So we have to figure out how to get you back to that environment. Lastly, if this is something that you want to learn more about for yourself, and you're interested in meeting me and working with me on a one-on-one basis, I'll put my contact information down below. You can give our office a call. We can set you up for a virtual call. We can start to go through the discovery process to see what may be going on with your health, and to see if this type of model, if you will, is appropriate for you or not. All right. So again, lastly, make sure you like our page. Share this information if you felt it was valuable, so somebody else out there may need this information that's in your network. If there's any comments that you want to put below, anything that I didn't cover or questions that came up along the way, please ask. I'll make sure I respond to them. Or if there's something you are dealing with that you want me to do a video on, I'm more than happy to do that as well. All right, you guys, have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. Take care.